Yeah, Coach Chad Winters joining us. And last week, you made your first road trip of the season as went over to Riceville, and the Wildcats didn't treat you as well as you wanted to over on the road. As Wildcats ended up with 65 to 44 win. And Coach, after looking at the film of that one, what were your takeaways?
Um, it's a slow start for us. Dug ourselves in two-score hole early in the game. Uh, Fought back, got it tied before halftime. Had a really good second quarter. We just didn't do very many good things right in the first quarter, offensively or defensively. Um, Whether or not that's attributed to that first bus ride of the season and not being quite ready to go or not, I guess who knows. But came out of halftime, able to score, went up 38-33. Got a stop, got the ball back, had the momentum going, ended up fizzling out a drive, and then the game just kind of got away from us about midway through the fourth quarter. Had a touchdown called back when it was 45-38. Um, 4-yard touchdown run, got called for holding, ended up throwing a pick the next play. They ended up going down, taking a two-score lead, probably a little under 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, and ended up with a pick six and just stalled out a couple drives, and they pulled away there at the end.
And seemingly, one thing I've learned in my years of watching eight-man football, games can just switch on a dime, and the momentum turns in eight-man football are quite remarkable. Was that the case early on in that fourth quarter when you got that touchdown taken off the board and then you turned the ball over?
Yep, 100%. Along with some of our, some of them were just flat out our mistakes. We didn't, we had a couple coverage breakdowns, couple gap integrity issues, and they made us pay for them. Quarterback Adams kid did an excellent job of exploiting that, and things we worked on all week long. And then all of a sudden, in the heat of the moment, we kind of did what we weren't supposed to do, and we paid for it. And ultimately, we put our backs against the wall in regards to playoff positioning now.
And when you look at the things that didn't go wrong that you can control moving forward, what are the fixable things and how do you go about fixing them?
Just communication is probably the big thing, making sure that we don't end up with two guys in the same gap when they blitz, and then all of a sudden we just gave up contain and they go around the edge, or making sure that everybody understands what coverage we're playing. That didn't happen a few times Friday night in the second half, late in the game, and they made us pay dearly for it. All fixable stuff, just stuff that we can't do, especially against quality teams like Riceville.
And on the offensive side, you mentioned some of the breakdowns on the defensive side. What needs to be smoothed out on the offensive side, especially of the three turnovers that you had?
I You lose the turnover battle, and I mean we were able to create some ourselves, but you just put yourselves in bad positions when we do turn the ball over. We just got to execute at a little bit higher level. Um, Couple of them they made good plays, couple of them we just didn't make good reads on.
And sometimes when it comes to the turnover, it's not the macro of the overall total, it's when they happen that are just as important. Was that the case last Friday night?
Yeah, 100%. That it was just a backbreaker, and you go in, you score a touchdown to either make it 45-44, or if you get the 2-point conversion, take the lead, and then the next play, all of a sudden they're getting it and returning it out to the 25-30 yard line and getting to go the other way with it. That human nature, head's going to go down, chins are going to go down a little bit. Like, oh, we just gave up a golden opportunity there. And like you said, the momentum switch in eight man is incredible. You see it time and time again during the course of games, and they got the momentum back there, and we just couldn't take it from them after that.
And this week, you're back on the road as you travel to West Central. What are you expecting out of the Blue Devils?
I think Coach Milder's what, the fourth or fifth guy that's coached for 50 years in Iowa high school football. He's been doing it a long time. Had some quality teams. You know his teams are going to play hard. They're going to be fundamentally sound. Um, they've gotten a little bit behind the eight ball in regards to injuries this year. They've had guys in and out of the lineup. When they can consistently put eight guys out there that are healthy, they're a significantly better team. Um, I know they're fighting some of those injuries, so a lot of it depends on who they have back and who isn't available to them.
All right, Coach. Hopefully you can get back on the winning track this Friday night. Keep you guys healthy. We wish you best of luck.
Thanks, Darren. I appreciate it.
Chad Winters, head coach of the Key Hawks, Key High at West Central this week.